What's up guys, Cece back with another video, and today's video is going to be a super fun one because we're doing Sephora haul 2018. Where are they now? First time watching me or my channel, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button. Also make sure you go ahead and click the little notification bell right next to the subscribe button so you can always be notified of all of my future videos because you never want to miss a single upload. You also want to make sure you're following me on Instagram and subscribe to my family vlog channel right here on YouTube at YvetteLuvsBeauty. So you guys, today's going to be a pretty fun video. I've never done a video like this, so I'm really excited to go ahead and do it for you guys today. I can't remember who I saw do this video, but if I can find the person that I saw doing this video, I will go ahead and link it down below. But basically the video, we're going to go through our 2018 Sephora fall haul picks. So you guys know they have the 20% off VIB Rouge sale every single year. So I'm going to talk about the stuff I picked up last year and let you guys know what I think about it. I'm going to go through all of these products and we're going to talk about it. Now, let me tell you, when I went through that video, my haul was absolutely, I had two of them actually, but they were two very small hauls. And this year, I just totally lost my mind and went ham. Like I went ham during the April sale, and then I went ham during this previous fall sale. Last year, I was a lot more tame and reserved, and I need to get back to that person, okay? So we're gonna work on that for 2020. But I thought this would be a great video to follow up on my Sephora hauls from a few weeks ago and talk about some of the products that I got in 2018 and if I still use them and if those were good purchases. So let's go ahead and get started. One of the standout products for me last year was really diving into those smaller Huda Beauty Obsessions palettes. I think I actually got into them in 2017, but 2018 I want to say was the year that I really dove into those, really went ham and really started absolutely loving them. And the one I purchased last November was the Huda Beauty Ruby Obsessions palette. This is just another one of the Huda Beauty mini palettes, one of the ones that I talked to you guys about over and over. This is such a beautiful palette with all the reds, and then you also get some neutral colors up in there, but those ruby tones are just so beautiful and I'm so in love with this palette. Clearly, I feel like you can only make but so many red looks in your life, but the fact that this is such an affordable it's $29 I think. The fact that it's such an affordable-ish palette, definitely I love it to have it as an accent palette to go with the more neutral one. So this is one that I definitely use and I am still very happy about this purchase. The next thing I got, I don't even have anymore. It's the Violet Voss Berry Burst palette. I'll put a picture of it on the screen right here so you guys can see it, but I don't even have that palette anymore. I put it up on my Poshmark and I sold it because I never used it. I don't think I ever even touched that palette just because I didn't need it. It just was unnecessary. I don't even know why I bought it, but that was definitely not a good purchase. So let's go on a better note. I have the Pretty Vulgar. This is the Powder Room Translucent Setting Powder, and it looks like this. This was actually a recommendation from Andrea Renee. She keeps getting me with those setting powders. So this was last year's recommendation from her. And I picked this setting powder up and I have been totally in love with it ever since. It's such a nice, fine, translucent powder that even if you have deeper skin than I do, you could still use this translucent powder and it doesn't look white or ghostly or look bad in pictures or anything like that. So definitely in love with this powder and I think it's such a good one. I think Pretty Vulgar is such a slept on brand. I have several of their products and I've been super impressed with the way they perform, and this is definitely one of them. Another good powder that I picked up last year was the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder, and I picked it up in the shade number 2 medium. Now, if you guys haven't seen my Sephora hauls from this year, which I will link up here, I did pick up the shade number 3 in the deeper shade for all over the face, but this one is really nice for underneath the eyes. It's just a very gorgeous powder. Again, a very fine powder, doesn't settle into any lines. I I just really like this. It also goes great with the Charlotte Tilbury foundation, her new foundation that I absolutely love. So I'm just loving the Charlotte Tilbury line right now. And so I'll go through phases with this. I'll put it down, I'll pick it up. Recently, having that foundation really made me pick it back up. So yeah, I've been using this a lot lately. I feel like I've had this next product for so much longer, but I guess I have not. The NARS Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. And you know what? I think last year was when they came out with more shades. So they actually have different like skin tone shades of this of this product right here. And so it makes it easier for you to put it on your eyelids, and it actually matches the shade of your eyelids. I have mine in the shade medium, but it goes deeper. This is still a little lighter for my eyelids, which is fine because I feel like it makes the color of the eyeshadows pop a little more. But this is such a great tacky eyeshadow primer. So I really feel like my eyeshadows grip onto the lids. Not only that, but this is so good for oily eyelids, which I have. Sometimes if I don't use an eyeshadow primer, or depending on the eyeshadow primer that I use, my lids will get just really oily and my eyeshadows will not last me throughout the day. This makes sure that that does not happen. Another product that I no longer have in my possession is the Farsali Jelly Beam Highlighter. I'll add a photo right here. Now, for those of you who've been watching me, you know that Farsali is my jam. They make some amazing products. I've just been really impressed with the quality of their products and how they work on my skin. Now, that being said, that Jelly Beam highlighter, I don't know if I got a bad one or what, but like maybe the second time I used it, it all just fell out of the pan like in one piece. It just fell out of the jar. And then I went back to try to like put it back in and try to use it, and it just wasn't good. And again, maybe I got a bad one, I don't know, but I did not like that at all. I definitely took it back to the store because one, I felt like it shouldn't have fell out the jar, and then two, I didn't like the way it applied on my skin. I didn't like the way it looked on my skin, and it just wasn't hitting for me. So I had to take that back to the store. So the next product that I picked up last year was the Fenty Beauty. This is the Gloss Bomb in Diamond Milk. Ask me how many times I used this, y'all. Just ask me. Ask me down below. You don't have to ask me because I'm going to tell you. Once. One time in 1 year. One time. And maybe I used it a couple more times. Let me stop lying. Maybe I used it a few more times, but I cannot tell you the last time I actually used this lip gloss. And when I bought it, I think I knew I wasn't gonna really use it, but I was just on such a Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb kick. I think she had just come out with Fussy, and you know, of course she had the original, which I loved, so I was like salivating over another color, and so I picked this one up. But that was such a mistake because I don't use it, and I mean, maybe I'll try to get some wear out of it since I'm doing this video, but I just don't use it. So I remember last year I was also loving my Huda Beauty foundation, the faux filter, I think that's what it's called, foundation, and I hadn't picked up the concealer yet. So for the sale, I went ahead and picked up the concealer, and it was the Overachiever concealer in the shade Graham Cracker 16G. Now, I don't use this concealer as much as I feel like I should, and I have so many concealers, so that could be the reason. It's also pretty thick, which I'm okay with it because it blends out well. Sometimes you have those really thick concealers that just don't blend out well, and you're like, ugh, what am I supposed to do with this? But this one actually is thick. It has a lot of coverage, and it does blend out well. Another thing I like about it is that the tip is like this metal. If you guys can see that, it's like a metal tip, so it has like this cooling effect on the skin, and it just feels so good. So I absolutely do really love this concealer, and I'm so happy that I purchased it. Okay, 3 more products here. First one being the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Lip Cheat, and it's a lip pencil. I've used this like once. Just once. I think it was $20-something, and it was a waste of my $20-something. I could get this color probably in a NYX lip liner or any other drugstore lip liner. Not that it's not good, because it's nice. I just don't use it, and it was just completely unnecessary. It was completely unnecessary, let's just be honest. So yeah, I just don't use it, and it was a waste of my 20-something dollars. As was this next product. This is the Hourglass. What is this? It's an Hourglass lippy. I'm not even quite sure what it is. I'll make sure all of these products are linked below so you guys can pick them up if you'd like. But this is a lipstick, and it's in the shade My One Desire. But I think what sold me the most was this packaging. Like, how do you pass up this really cute packaging? Like, if this is in your purse, girl, and this is the lippy you wearing that day, you pull it out and you try to like reapply with this, like, you fancy, right? You real fancy. And I thought I was real fancy, and I wanted to be real fancy, but I'm not real fancy, as y'all know. So this was just so unnecessary. I probably used this like twice, for real. The color is really pretty, so I don't know why I haven't used it. Maybe I just forgot about it. Some of this stuff, I like doing these videos because I talk to you guys about things. I pull things out of my drawers, and I'm like, you know what? Damn it, I'm picking that up and using it this month. And that is how I've rediscovered a lot of the products that I have back there. And so that's another reason I like doing videos like this, because it helps me when I get to rediscover the products that I spent my hard-earned coin on, okay? And the last thing are more lippies. These are the Pat McGrath, what are these? What are these? Full Panic lipsticks? Oh no. Wait, oh, that's just what one of them called. These are just that, you all know those mini packs of Pat McGrath lipsticks. Y'all didn't see them. They were sold out last year. I kept trying to get my hands on them. I was finally able to get my hands on them. And they have two, I think they have three packs. One is like a gloss set, and I picked that up this year, I want to say. And then these were actually full on lipsticks. So I'm not going to open all of them. Some of the most beautiful shades you'll ever see. Like, look at this beautiful red right here. This is in the shade Elson. And like the whole shape is still there, y'all. That tells you I haven't used it that much. But this is just such, look at that. And these like are like matte velvety lipsticks. They're just really, really gorgeous. This one's in the shade Omni. This is the one I probably used the most. It actually looks a lot like that Hourglass lipstick, but there it is. Yeah, that's the one I probably used the most. But these are such pretty lipsticks. It's such a pretty formula, and it was nice to get 3 of them in a pack. I think it was like $25. It was nice to get that in a pack to try it out, where I didn't have to spend, I think her lipsticks are almost $40 per lipstick. Who really goes through a full-size lipstick? You know what I mean? So it's nice to get them in mini sizes. I just haven't used these that much. But that is it, you guys. Those are all the things that I bought in my 2018 Sephora haul. And I'll split that up into 2 videos, y'all. How was I that girl last year and I was this girl this year? I don't know. But either way, those are the products that I bought and what I still think about them. If you guys have these products and you use them or you don't use them, let us all know down below what you think about the products that I just mentioned. Also, as I mentioned before, I will have the links to all of these products down below, so you can go ahead and shop them if you would like. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye, you guys.